YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Getting Facebook up and running as well. Glad to be here. Happy Friday. Let me just pull them up real quick. I got to learn this streaming on one, let's say, platform here. But for right now, I'm going to try to manage two devices at the same time. So let's see here. Hey, everybody. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Happy Friday. Today's another exercise lounge that we got going on. The exercise lounge is not actually probably what it sounds like. Well, the lounge part probably sounds right, but the exercise lounge, maybe I should call it the fitness lounge. I don't know. But right now we're just calling it the exercise lounge, and this is where we get together as a community. So we're going all over the different platforms that we have. So Mondays we're on Instagram all at the same time. So every day is 12 to 1 p.m. Just different days we're on different platforms. So Mondays we're on Instagram 12 to 1 Eastern Standard. Then we have Wednesdays. We skip Tuesdays. We go to Wednesdays where we're on Clubhouse and Twitch. And then on Thursdays, we're on Twitter and TikTok. And then today, Friday, we are on Facebook and YouTube. So really glad to be here. Really glad to open up these spaces. And we're kind of new. So especially on all these different platforms. So I don't expect a lot of people to come in, but feel free to feel comfortable being here. The idea is I'm opening up this space for the community. So I'm just starting it. In my future vision of this space, what's going to happen is we're going to have more people join, and hopefully more conversations going on amongst yourselves. And I'll bring some people up and we'll talk and we'll just have some fun for about a half hour to an hour, depending on how many people show up and how interesting the topics we have. So generally speaking, I love to pull people up to talk about their goals, how they've been doing on their fitness journey, and what's their goals for the next or this coming week. And then next week, hopefully everybody comes back, we get back together and we ask the same question: how's it going? And just support each other, because supporting each other is really big in this venture, this journey, because all our fitness journeys are like a roller coaster. Sometimes we have very good highs, sometimes we hit very deep lows. And so using each other in a way to keep us sort of as much as we can on a steady plane of what's going through, or if we are hitting a low, to reach out to a community member. And why I want this to be a community and not me just talking to you is because of one thing. I may reach out and touch an individual, but I'm not going to be able to resonate with everybody. However, other people within the community you may resonate with, or you may resonate with them more than you would resonate with me. No hard feelings. It's just the way life is. So I want everybody to get together, because that's how we're going to meet the people who are going to inspire us. And I'm here just trying to create that space for us to do that, if that makes any sense. So the first part, I like to go through and bring people up. You can all chat. So if you leave a chat down below, then I will go ahead and respond to that, and hopefully others will respond to that. If nobody shows up and it's just me, that's okay. If there's one person and you chat away, I'm going to chat with you. It doesn't matter how many people show up. What matters is that we have this space to do that. Then we can talk about any other topics that might come up that might be interesting, whether it be Web 3 or Web 2 related. Web 2, we consider something like, anything that's not Web 3, which is blockchain, digital assets, NFTs, cryptocurrency, any of that. We can talk about either side. Web 2 would probably be more about actual exercise topics that might come up. Uh, and so, one of the things that we do here at NFT Athletic Community is to make sure we're trying to utilize the the technology of Web3 and integrate it with health and fitness. So, then after that, we'll talk about the community news so I can update you what's going on within the community because things change. I talk to the community gives me some ideas. And so I guess I should say my name's Angelo and I am the founder of NFT Athletic Community. But I look to the community for, let's say, guidance because that's what this community is for. It's for you, it's for me, it's for everybody. And that's why I've created this, not just for me. So, what I want to do is get everybody involved, and that's where the community part comes in. Actually, right over here is to make sure that the community is kind of directing. I have the vision, but the community will decide how we get to that vision, if that makes any sense. The athletic is a big term. I know when people hear athlete, they think, oh, I'm not an athlete. I have a different definition for athlete, and that I want to instill. Actually, I don't have a different definition of athlete. If you look at the definition of athlete, they try to make it sound prestigious, and I want you to feel prestigious at any level that you are at. You should feel prestigious about what you're doing because it's not easy to get out there and, put restraints on your body, or put it through physical stress in order to keep it up and running and to eat healthy and make some healthy choices. Sometimes we get stuck in wrapped up into emotional eating and things like that. So I don't want that for you. So, but even though those things happen, once we start get going on our fitness journey, then in my eyes, you're an athlete. You should hold high regard to that feeling because that's going to keep you going. Maybe I should say I shouldn't tell you how you're going to feel, but in all um, honesty, if you get out there and you are feeling strong and confident about who you are and what you're doing internally, external will follow. And so I want you to start thinking of yourselves as athletes. In NFT or digital assets, I won't get too deep into that quite yet. We're still early in our journey. I mean, if you want to engage in Web3 talk, I'm all for it. If you're not ready for that, I respect that. Um, we do believe that it's going to be the future, whether people see it or not, whether it happens or not, does not matter. That's why I kind of like that the NFT is small and the rest of it is much larger in our wording because the majority of it is community and then the athletes community being bigger than the athlete and NFT. So it's kind of fitting. Just happens. I didn't plan it that way. It just happens to fit that way. Anyways, so let's talk about what's going on since not many people are here right now asking to jump up on stage or asking questions in the chats, but feel free to do so. And if you're on the replay, watching this on the replay, feel free to comment after. I go through all my comments as much as I possibly can, and I respond to all of them as much as I can, as quickly as I can. So, if you have any questions, if you just want to share after the fact what your goals are, by all means, please do so. Don't think that you have to be here live and that's that. I prefer you to be here live so I can talk to you one on one because I just enjoy talking with people. Anyways, so let's talk about the community news at this point. And if somebody jumps on and wants to come up or sends a chat, I will interrupt what I'm talking about to go along with that conversation. So, We are currently going through let's say, a transition. So we're updating our website. We're updating Discord. I'm updating Instagram. And so, what are these changes and why are they occurring? Well, we always have said from the very beginning that we're here to motivate, support, and educate people on health and fitness and Web3. And we want to do that safely and um, in a fun fashion as well. But when I reanalyzed how we are supporting, how we are motivating, how we are educating individuals, we do have some things in here. I mean, this is more of the support, talking about goals, being here, showing up, letting you express what those goals are, and then I'll, write them down, and then we'll come back and we talk about them to support each other. Also, all the different platforms that we have, you can reach out to me personally, and I will help you. Um, sorry, they're almost yawned, but try to keep it in at the same time. Um, so we had the support there. Motivation, we have the virtual events that we do every month that can help motivate people. That was primarily what we did for motivation. I mean, again, if you reached out to me or I saw a post that you did, I may reach out to you. I may send out a personal message, a direct message to you, trying to, keep you uplifted. So and then for the education piece, we have our Twitter space show that we were doing every every other week on Wednesdays. And we would bring on a special guest, or I would talk about a topic, and that was all good and everything. And but I don't think everybody really saw how that did those three things. How did what we were all doing, or all the things that we were doing, I don't think people understood what the purpose was behind that. And as I went out to VCon a couple of weeks ago, I come back and I have to admit, I had a lot churning inside my head, and a lot of things came clear, whether it be was a direct talking with somebody, um, or it was inspired by something I saw or heard, or just all the positive energy out on VCon ignited or churned some. I guess the whole experience started getting the gears churning. And it started from the first flight all the way out to Minneapolis, all the way till I came back. And what I came up with, and based on when I started reevaluating, like, what are we doing really to really let you know that we're here for those three things, we decided to change what we're doing. Not completely. Like, we're still going to do these spaces. We're going to do those shows. We're going to do the virtual events, which I'm excited to talk about the one that we've got going on this month. It's totally free. Um, But taking a step back and saying, how can we really help you? How can I really help you on your journey and make you successful? Because the three barriers that I keep talking about all the time is getting started, getting to your goal, and then continuing on from there. You have those three barriers. Once you get started, you only have the last two to really worry about, unless you get injured or you stop for whatever reason. Then you start the whole cycle again. Um, but typically, how do we get you through those three parts in order to, one, make sure you do it, and two, that you sustain it, and three, you have fun. And I think a lot of people equate a lot of things that they don't do because they feel that it's not fun or it's going to hurt too much. And so I took into consideration all these things, and I'm still thinking, I'm still processing. really thinking about what does this mean to really motivate, support, and educate people. What does that really mean? And are we really doing those things for the community? So the transition on our website is going to start reflecting some of those internal things that I have been um, thinking about a lot lately and really looking at converting that into reality. So, what we're doing now, and I'm going to update YouTube very soon and Facebook, in the bio, you'll see a link that you can actually sign up for a free health and fitness assessment. And it doesn't matter where you are in your journey, you can fill that out. And once you fill that out, and it's free, this is free. If you don't want to fill it out online, but you want to talk to me, actually, because I'm going to be on the other side of that line, um, go ahead inside. If you go into the Google form, you will see that there's another link to Calendly, and this will allow you to sign up or book a call with me directly, and we can go over the questionnaire um, all over the phone with each other. So you'll find the link in there, but on the bios here, you're going to get to the form. And that form's going to ask you some questions about your past, what you're currently doing, and what do you look forward to in the next 5 years for your fitness journey. Once you complete that assessment, we're going to take that back, we're going to look at it, we're going to evaluate it, and then we're going to give you a personal health and fitness roadmap on how to reach those five years and how do you get there from where you are today, understanding what your past is and what your future goals are. So we want to learn from your past, understand what you're doing, find the gap to the future, and then fill that in. And that's what we're going to be working on. And then we'll present that to you, and then you can decide what path you want. And then based on the roadmap, you will see directly where you can get that help, whether it be that you want one-on-one help with me, or if you want or if you want to just be part of the general public. Typically, those are like this. This is a general public. Anybody can jump on here. So if there were 500 people here, maybe I'd get to you, maybe I wouldn't. But the one-on-one session here, or since I'm mostly a runner, and that's what I can do is help you with a personalized running plan. Um, Maybe you want somebody specific in, I generally know a little bit about nutrition and things like that. Maybe like percentages of macros that you should have during different cycles of your running period and things like that. But if you truly wanted like a real individual to sit down with a true nutrition plan and walk you through that, I can help you connect with different people, because that's one of the things that we also do that's not really well known is that we're not only here to help you on your fitness journey, but in order to do that, I should say, well, that's what we're here for. In order to do that, we're not trying to be the solution for everything. We're trying to be very general in trying to figure out what people need. But once we figure out what they need, then we're going to let you know who you can turn to. Because one of the, I think, hardest things of getting started is who do you go to? And this kind of takes the guesswork out of it. So let's say that you wanted, somebody to work with you on your nutrition. Well, we're connecting with different professionals that we can refer you to. And our goal is to get as many professionals within um, your reach so that you have options. So, like, let's say you wanted a dietitian, maybe there's three or four that you could read a quick bio, or maybe just go reach out to all of them and see which one would best fit you. But you no longer have to be like, oh, who do I go to? what are they about, you can kind of get a quick assessment. We don't have the full professional team built out yet, but like I said, we're just starting. We're only a year into this and we're learning constantly. And what we've done over 1 year, I'm happy with what we've done and what we how we've progressed. And I'm excited to see how we progress this year, which is more on letting people know who we are, what we're doing, um, communicating, networking, and getting people involved and sharing. Because let's face it, just because I can create a personalized running plan for you, there might be another running coach or another running coach out there that you want to get your advice from, not from me, because you just don't resonate with me. And again, like I said at the very beginning, it's not a popularity contest. This is about you and getting you through your journey. So if you like somebody else because you like their style, I want to direct you to that person. If you feel like their, general nutrition's good enough and I'm the fit you like my style of training that I would give you, like a couch to 5K, then boom, you're good to go. Um, so that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm networking with other folks to try to do the same thing right now, and trying to break some barriers of like, let's say, people being territorial about what they do. Like, I have no problem sharing with another coach, running coach, if that's who you want. I have no problem sharing with there's so many people in the world. I personally cannot uh, let's say, coach everybody in the world. Even if I wanted to hog it all up and take it all in, I personally cannot coach everybody in the world. So why would I want to be selfish and try to hoard it? I want to give people to the best ones out there, right? To who's available for you and who will work best for you. So, but luckily, the first group that I'm interacting with is a very open minded group, very loving group, and we're building and, let's say, increasing our network and really trying to figure out how we're going to work together. So that's brand new too. So a lot of brand new things. But what you're going to see is on the website, which is a little wonky right now, not a lot out there because I ripped out a whole bunch, kind of ripped out the guts, and now we're going to re-put it together so that when you get the roadmap, you will understand what this exercise lounge is for and whether or not you want one-on-one work or group meetings. And that's how I figured out how we're going to let people know exactly what our Twitter spaces are, what our YouTube spaces are. So that's the other thing is now before we're doing every other week for our spaces, now we're going to be doing once a month or one topic a month, and we're going to tour what I call tour or as much as I can with individuals. And so we're going to try to get special guests on who are going to try to inspire you. Hopefully, you follow them. Hopefully, you will work with them. But the idea is that we're going to get different people here talking about different topics. But instead of doing it only on Twitter Spaces and doing it every other week, we're going to do one topic a month and we're going to go through all our platforms Instagram, Clubhouse, Twitch, TikTok, um, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, um, all the different platforms that we are on. We're going to deliver that message because we want to meet you where you are. We would love everybody to come to Discord. We would love that so much. So if you don't understand Discord or would like to go on Discord, Discord is another app. I've talked about this maybe in other platforms, but Discord is another app. And our URL or how to get to us on Discord is Discord, just the way it sounds, DISCORD .io/. NFT athletic community. Sorry, that's probably backwards to you, but NFT athletic community, all one word. And that will take you to our Discord. And Discord, I will say, is a complicated app at first. It's primarily a way for me to talk to everybody at once. So right now we're still growing it. It's small. There's a little talk, not a lot of talk, but the idea is that I could get everybody there because no matter what happens, Discord is typically, sometimes I'm all over the place, but Discord is typically the place where I drop first news. And that's just because I can send it out to a lot of people, and get feedback right away. So that's what Discord's there for. So if you go there, I would love to one day just put everything there. Do the majority of my talks there. But right now, I understand that you may still prefer Instagram versus TikTok. You may prefer Facebook and you never have left Facebook. You prefer YouTube instead of, you get it. So that's why we're doing this is we're just streaming on multiple places at the same time. I am getting better. I'm learning a lot more so that we can multi-stream on one thing because right now I have my phone up there with Facebook, and down here, if you're watching, down here I have YouTube. So what would be nice is to have one stream for multiple platforms. So I'm looking at OBS right now and trying to do that and trying to figure out this bit rate thing. And anyways, a lot of education. So that's what we're doing new. We're reaching out and offering one-on-one and showing an one-on-one assessment and then showing you how you can succeed on your journey. Um, what else is going on? Our virtual event. We ended Mother's Day. We hit June. June's about Father's Day. So, to all those fathers and father figures, this month, I'll keep saying it. Great job out there, just like the mothers, mother figures. Great job. Really hard work, to be a parent. So, um, really, really good. Really proud to be here and as a father. And sometimes it's just not easy trying to do everything that you need to do, and being there sometimes, or being there when things get hard for your kids, right? uh, Anyways, so uh, congratulations to you fathers, great job. But we're going to celebrate fathers this month with another NFT project, community called NF Daddies. And it's already started, but it's not too late to jump in. And what you can do is you can go to Strava, and there's a group called NF Daddies. Here, I'll put it in NF Daddies. And this is on Strava, the Strava app. I don't know if I can put a comment up here. Sorry, YouTube, as I try to get comments. Can I add a comment on Facebook Live? Here we go. I think it's right here. Yes. NF Daddies. So that's the club on Strava. You go in there, you sign up, and you can it doesn't have to be running. It could be any athletic event that you do. So it could be weightlifting, it could be walking, it can be running, it could be bicycling, whatever it is. But every 30 minutes, and it's free, so no cost whatsoever. We're working together in our first collaboration together. And so it's free. You go out to Strava, you can go to their Discord. If you want to get to their Discord, hit me up directly or put it in a comment, and I will send you a link to go to their Discord. Um, or there was one other way that they said to submit your exercise, but those are the two main ones. And if you go and do that, every 30 minutes counts as 1 point. So every time you exercise for 30 minutes, it will count as 1 point. So if you do 1 hour, it's 2 points. And we're going all the way from the 1st all the way to the 30th. And we're trying to get 240 points between everybody. And what's going to happen is we're going to see these dads carrying a whole bunch of beach toys and stuff, and they're trying to get it across to the spot where they put all the beach stuff. So if you're a father or somebody who is the one carrying a whole bunch of stuff trying to get to the spot where you're going to put everything down, if you can see that image. So the daddies are going to be moving across the beach, and we need as many points as we can to get the daddy to that spot. So it's really fun. It's just a way to keep people moving in an entertaining way. And yeah, I'm excited to be start. I've already started. I've got 2 workouts in. So today I'll go for my third, and I guess that leads me to my goals. Because that's pretty much the community news that we've got going on. So that's a lot. A lot's changing. So please, if you are not the person, let's say, that needs a self assessment, if you know somebody who wants a self assessment, again, it's free. Please send them to what we've got in the link in our profiles here. And I'll put it in the descriptions as well. Please sign up for that. It will make a difference for that person or for you, and really get you going and start your journey. And if you work with us directly, NFT athletic community, it's primarily running, but we do help on other things. But I would say all the other things that we do is probably a little bit less aggressive than the running, um, because well, actually, I can't say that, because running, or even if you do the other stuff, it's all progressive and it's based on your pace. So that's our angle, is that you start off slow, but slow is different for everybody. So if you are a crazy person and you can just go cold turkey and jump right into things and sustain them, then that's what we'll do. If you're a slow, gradual person, because you tend to revert back to where you started because you just created a goal for the next 2 months or something like that, then we're going to look at a more progressive, slow, progressive, incremental change in your program in order to get you to the goal that you need. And surprisingly enough, a lot of people fit in that category, but they approach it in the cold turkey category, which there's a conflict because I've said this before, the physical aspect of things is so easy, because once you get through the first week or two, then your body adapts to the pain. So that's the easy part. But what doesn't change, or what people don't address, is the mental connection you have to, say, dieting, or um, to physical exercise. The mental aspect, the mental connection you have to that, really is going to dictate the long term success of your progress. So, what do I mean by that? Right now, you are already on a diet. It may not be a great diet, but you are already on a diet. We got to switch our mindset about things. And we don't call them diets, we call them eating habits. You are already in an eating habit, and it's a habit. And what are habits? They can be sometimes tough to break without the right techniques. But with the right techniques, it can be instant, but some people aren't ready for that. So what we need to do is gradually change habits. And so if you go to a party and you're thinking in order to feel social or be part of the group, you need to eat the spread because you're going to offend somebody, you're going to drum up a conversation about, excuse me, about something, then you may avoid doing that. You may do it till, like, you may say, "Oh, I'm on," everybody seems to be able to do it, like, for that first 2 months, 3 months that they're trying to lose those 10, 15 pounds, and it's a great story at parties because everybody's, "Oh, wow, yeah, that's really good." Um, but to sustain over the long term, now, I'm not taking in consideration, let's say, ripples in life. I mean, there are times when things take you back, but for the most part, if we can change your habits gradually so it's not a burden, then you'll see that eating this way is very easy. And you'll see that many people don't really care. And if you do it gradually, people aren't, if you're self aware, or I should say, you feel judged about what you're doing, if you do it gradually, nobody's going to even know. At some point, they may wake up and be like, "Oh, I never realized you stopped drinking soda. Like, now you're only drinking water." But most likely, they're not even going to notice that. They're just going to see you with water and be like, "Okay," and then move on. Because most people don't really, unless they um, are watching you in admiration or trying to pick on you. But if they're trying to pick on you, that's toxicity. But it doesn't matter. That relationship that you have, that mental attachment to whatever you have uh, in your environment, your attachment to the different things that you do is the major thing that needs to be addressed and taken care of, right? And so the physical, like, it's easy to stop eating cake. It's easy to stop drinking soda. Yeah, you may get a headache, or stop drinking coffee with cream and sugar. Yeah, you may get a headache for 2 weeks, but that's it. After 2 weeks max, usually it goes away and then physically you're done. But what happens is the association we have with drinking with coffee, like the story that we tell ourselves. I must have coffee in order to start my day. I can't start my day without coffee. It's true because you say it's true. And getting over those mental humps is really what we're trying to get at. And just to show you that you don't have to go cold turkey. Anyways, that's us. But there's that's our approach. But others may have different approaches that fit you and your approach. So again, please do the self-assessment. It's free to do. There's no harm, there's no foul. We're not going to call you 500 times to pitch you something. It's a one-time deal. So you do it, and then we'll give you the plan. If you decide later that you know, within, a year, probably that plan will hold up. Um, but after that, if you want to switch up your goal, we would say, take the assessment again. Um, but, just going through the assessment the first time and then just getting your plan, at least get the free plan, right? The worst that you could do is maybe you spent 30 minutes filling out the assessment, and at the end of the day, we get you a plan and you look at it and you're like, "Ah, that's trash." Hey, I bet you even looking at that is going to be like, "Ah, I like that." There's going to be a nugget in there that I think you can take away. And if not, well, at least now you've talked to yourself and kinda probably have a better understanding of the direction you do want to go in, or at least you know the direction you do not want to go in. Either way, it's helpful. All right. Um, my goals. So my goal actually in the previous, I would say leading up to this week, in the week prior, was to keep on going with the amount of walking and exercise that I did when I was at VCon. At VCon, I at least did 5 miles of walking a day. or maybe even walk, run, or run. And sometimes I was walking and running up to a half marathon a day. Excuse me, a day. I wanted to keep that for the week. It did not happen, um, which is okay. Um, I I'm at least at 2 miles a day. So I'm gonna keep working towards that as I find my way through schedules and stuff. How do I get out there and just walk a little bit to keep on moving? Because the goal will still be for next week. Um, excuse me, I apologize. The goal would be to just go for it again. And that's the thing. A lot of people will try something, it doesn't work out, they consider themselves failures, they want to give up, this doesn't work for them. No, we just take that information and learn from it. And um, sorry, that screech out there kinda distracted me. Thought there was gonna be an accident. So we take that information, we understand, and we try to improve it, and we still aim for the goal. Now, after a little while, if I can't reach that goal, and I tried, truly tried, I talked to myself, I really assessed the situation, and I really tried. That's the big thing, really try. And I'm not able to achieve that, then I just adjust my goal. The season I'm in does not allow me to do that at this current time. But as soon as the season allows me to, or time opens up in my life, then I will go back to that and try to reach the 5 miles a day or more. So, again, I didn't reach my goal this week. I'm okay with that. I'm learning. I still have a few things that I think I can do to try to reach it. And I may make it, I may not. We'll see what happens. I think I'm coming up to a let's say a season of my life that allows me to do that. Um, so if I can figure it out in this part of the season, then all the better for me. So that's what I'm going to try to do is aim for this week, do the same thing, uh, 5 days, 5 miles. That's what I'm aiming for. So that's it for today. So again, if you're watching this, thank you so much, especially if you're here live. If you're watching this on the replay, really appreciate that you took the time to, especially if you got this far into it, to really hang out with me, talk with me. Um, in the future, please bring more people to this. It's really going to benefit everyone and really, really help support you on your journey. So you just got to jump in here, start talking with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the follow button or subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that you can tell when we are going live or posting something out there to help you on your journey. Anyways, so that's it. So just so you know again, the exercise lounge. Um, Here, let me put it in the chat. I think I still have it. Yeah, just so that. Oh, there's too much in there. Um, okay, that's. Let me see if I can shorten that up. So YouTube only allows you certain amounts. So that's what we're trying to do here, YouTube, every week. I don't know if I still have this. No, I don't have this in uh, Facebook, but I'll put it in the description. But this is what we're trying to achieve is just a community hangout um, and really learn from each other and support each other. So we do this 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern every day except for Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday on the different platforms. So Monday is Instagram only. Wednesday is Clubhouse and Twitch. Thursdays is TikTok and Twitter. And Fridays is Facebook and YouTube. So if you miss one, jump on the other and we'll be here. So thank you, everybody. If you took the time to watch this, really looking forward to helping you on your fitness journey. And until next time, I will talk to you then. And here.